Hey guys, this is your host Eric. Today we are going to watch action genre movie called Death Race 3. Spoilers ahead, turn on your subtitle. I greatly appreciate your support. Enjoy the video. Lucas has won the race 4 times since donning the Frankenstein mask. He and his team will be liberated with one more victory. Meanwhile, a British billionaire named Niles Rourke is interested in purchasing Wayland Industries' racing business. Niles is able to take over the business Terminal Island prison in the Death Race event by using his government connection. Now, at the company meeting, Niles brings up Wayland's inept performance in the Death Race. The Death Race business, according to Niles, will not improve under Wayland's care. Niles intends to hold races in various prisons around the world. Wayland is disappointed because Niles owns his company. Now he tells Niles that Frankenstein is the person who popularized the Death Race. For races, Frankenstein has won. After one more race, Frankenstein will be free, and the race will no longer be interesting. Following the meeting, Niles instructs his assistant to learn everything there is to know about Frankenstein. Doctors were able to repair Lucas's face in the hospital, and his face can now be recognized. Wayland enters the room and informs him that the Death Race has now been won by Niles, an ambitious businessman. Lucas now controls the fate of the Death Race until Niles arrives. Lucas has never revealed his true self to anyone, not even his teammates. Lucas and his team will be, if he wins one more time. The next day, Niles goes to see Lucas. Niles plans to send Frankenstein 14 Kelvin and their team to South Africa's Kalahari Desert. He has a jail there. The first international death race will be launched by Lear Niles. Lucas is unconcerned about Niles' plans. He simply wishes to win the race and be free. Niles, on the other hand, has other plans. If Lucas wins the race, Niles threatens to kill him and the rest of his team. Niles wants Lucas to become a racing legend. Niles opposes Lucas winning the race. They took off for South Africa. The group travels through the desert before entering a tunnel that leads to a maximum security prison. Inside, they see some inmates working on the race cars. A prisoner then attempts to blow up their car. Fortunately, they were able to flee. A fight breaks out between the prisoners and Frankenstein and the crew of 14 Kelvin. Some people unintentionally band together against Frankenstein. His mask is knocked off. After Lucas defeats the prisoners list, Katrina and Goldberg realize that the man behind Frankenstein's mask is Lucas, who they believe died months ago in the explosion. They are surprised to learn that Lucas is still alive. Katrina wonders why Lucas has to keep his identity hidden all this time. Lucas explains that he has to do it to protect Katrina and the others. The following day, everyone is prepared to run the race. Lucas is shown a new car by Goldberg. He has changed. Lucas promises to do everything in his power to free his friend. Lucas considers Frankenstein's mask to be a curse and refuses to wear it for the rest of his life. Satan, the race's producer and host, announces that there will be a navigator war before the race begins. A fight to the death between 16 female navigators until only 10 remain. The fight starts, and the women start killing each other. Katrina is being pursued by a number of people because she is the star. Fortunately, Katrina obtains a flamethrower and burns the other participants. The fight is called off after only 10 women survive. The racers and navigators are forced into a room. In that particular room, they have GPS trackers implanted in their necks. Satan explains that there is no barrier in this race. If any prisoners attempt to flee, a missile will be launched at them, and this tracker will aid the missile in locating and killing them. Nobody can. Niles enters the prison and encounters Satan in the control room. Niles is eager for this race to be a success. Meanwhile, the racers are loading their vehicles. Niles is warned by Goldberg to be wary of 2 Razors, Razor and Nero. They don't want to win, they just want Frankenstein dead. Lucas removes his mask after getting into the car. Although the lights are not yet green, one of the participants begins driving. This person is attempting to flee. The missiles are then launched by Satan. The missiles chase him down and blow up his car. When the race begins, Nero runs over one of the on-duty cameramen. Goldberg warns Lucas to be cautious because the racetrack is longer than usual. The contestants simply want to get past the weapon sensors as quickly as possible. Lucas is almost there when Razor strikes his car. Except for Lucas, almost all of them manage to avoid the weapon sensors. They begin to shoot at each other. Someone shoots a cannon at Lucas' car, but Lucas manages to escape and kills him. Instead, the race continues to a densely populated settlement after passing through the desert. Even in the middle of the city, Razor is still firing at one of the competitors. He is able to exit his car and run into the settlement. Satana is unconcerned. She intends to launch missiles at him. Following that, the missiles are launched in chase. The missiles eventually blow him up. The competitors shoot each other and destroy the homes of those who get in their way. The race continues to gangster territory after passing through the residential area. The gangsters are having fun by shooting at their cars. Goldberg instructs Lucas to remain focused. Lucas is almost at the finish line. Lucas and Razor race side by side to the finish line. but Razor unexpectedly beats Lucas and wins the first race. In the command center, Niall is pleased with the results of his first race in the garage. In this fight, Razor chooses to fight Frankenstein's team. Razor uses a knife to slash Goldberg's arm. A nurse named Olivia later treats Goldberg's arm. Because Olivia is a fan of Goldberg, Satan orders one of the female prisoners to entertain Frankenstein as a guest star in this race that night. Katrina, who notices this, later, Sat requests that Niles sign a contract for the next 2 years, but Niles refuses. Not until this series is finished. The next day, everyone is getting ready for the second day of racing. Lucas informs everyone that he purposefully lost yesterday before departing for Africa. Lucas is threatened by Niles. If Lucas wins the race, he will murder his teammates. But this time, Lucas has had enough of Niles' threats, and he has a different plan. The race's second day begins. The rule in this second race is that if one person passes the weapon sensor, the sensor is deactivated. After the first person who passes the sensor is killed unexpectedly, the sensor will be reactivated. Olga, a female racer, is the first to pass the sensor. She becomes a target for other racers who wish to murder her. When one of the driver's corners flips Olga's car, Olga gets out, and when the Razor tries to hit Olga, Olga fires him with a missile. Olga kills the man, but Razor appears from behind and kills her. Following Olga's death, everyone rushes to the weapon sensors to activate their weapons. This time, Lucas leads the race through the neighborhood, but the angry residents pelt them with stones. Razor is still after Lucas. The residents become angrier as the contestants film this settlement. Lucas begins shooting Razor's car from behind, while 14 Kelvin fools Nero and disables his truck. The enraged mobs drag Myro from his car and beat him to death. Lucas travels to the gangsters' territory after passing through the settlement. Lucas begins filming at the headquarters. The enraged gangsters rush into their cars and begin chasing the contestants. The gangsters continue to shoot at the contestants until they reach the finish line. The gangsters blow up the trailer where Goldberg is staying. List escapes the blast, but Goldberg is killed in the control room. Niles is giggling. Niles then hands over Lucas Goldberg's death certificate. Niles laughs at Lucas' comment. His crew was killed as a result of his stupid action. Lucas is threatened by Nice. If Lucas wins tomorrow, Niles will kill him and the rest of his crew. That night, Satana notices a message on Niles' phone. He intends to replace her as the host of the death. Satana is dissatisfied with the decision. Niall also wants to control the race and does not want Satana to be a part of his scheme. Katrina is assigned to clean up duty in the prison. Katrina approaches Lucas and inquires if he slept with another woman the night before. Lucas claims he did not do it because he loves Katrina. The next day, everyone in the control room prepares for the third day of the race. Nass instructs his men to stop Lucas from winning the third race. The race starts at the start of the race. Razor begins shooting at Lucas' car right away. Razor tries mercilessly to keep him away from the weapon sensors. Razor shoots one of the participants' cars, allowing him to escape, but the fire from the car burns him. Only Lucas, Razor, and 14 Kelvin remain. Lucas has taken the lead in the race. Niles orders his men to fire a missile at Lucas as he nears the finish line. The missile is launched. 14 Kelvin fires and destroys the missile. They're now safe. Lucas then calls 14 Kelvin and expresses gratitude for saving his life. His voice is recognized by 14 Kelvin. 14 Kelvin responds that he is repaying a life debt from the previous race. Niles panics when he realizes Lucas is still alive and orders his guards to execute Lucas. Lucas confronts the prison guards. Lucas shoots and kills the guards one by one. Lucas comes to a halt as he approaches the finish line. Lucas allows 14 Kelvin to win the race. 14 Kelvin is perplexed. Lucas then goes to the control room, where Niles is keeping an eye on them. Niles wishes to flee, but Satana has bound him to the table because he has betrayed her. Lucas' car collides with Niles in the control room. That night, the room is engulfed in flames. If Niles and Katrina are discovered dead, Satan will make an announcement. Frankenstein is still alive, albeit with severe burns. The GPS tracking on his neck confirms that the survivor of the crash is, in fact, Frankenstein. Frankenstein returns to the island's terminal prison. A few months later, the shareholders hold a meeting to discuss the new crew member who will be Frankenstein's team member in the hospital's next race. Frankenstein continues to scream that he is not Frankenstein, and the List is asked to check him out. List believes Frankenstein is this way because he has PTSD following the explosion. Katrina meets Lucas, who is relaxing on the beach in another location. Goldberg and Olivia then join them in toasting their freedom. Welland then calls Lucas, and Welland has sent Lucas millions of dollars. Welland initially wanted Lucas to kill Niles, but Lucas had other plans in the previous race. Lucas purposefully incited the gangsters. With Olivia's assistance, he staged Goldberg's death. Olivia saved Goldberg after he purposefully blew himself up. Before the crash, Welland asked Satana to trap Niles in the control room. Lucas and Katrina ejected themselves from the car in secret. Olivia later removes Lucas' GPS tracking and places it around Niles' neck in the clinic. Everyone now believes Niles is the real Frankenstein. When Lucas and the others decided to flee, Liz stayed behind to ensure that their plan went smoothly. Goldberg tried to persuade Liz to join them, but she refused tearfully. They kissed each other goodbye. Lucas escapes and transfers the Frankenstein's curse mask to Niles. We really appreciate you watching. If you enjoy this video, please give it a like. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel with the notification bell because it is really important for us. Thank you.